Heidi Klum is this beautiful model that I've been watching forever, and then Howie Mandel is also a Canadian that's on the show, right? So it was just, it was the experience being on the show is exactly how crazy you think it would be. Like it's bizarre. And then we're also performing on the stage that all like the fancy award shows are at, like the Academy Awards and stuff like that are all hosted on this stage. So I was looking around like, you know, like all these famous people have stood here before, and that was just a really cool experience.
Oh my God. So, I mean, what kind of doors did it open for you? Like after, you know, you made it to the finals, like what was next? Were you just like on cloud nine after that, and did people come after you right away?
Well, the cool thing about it is that it did help me with social media and stuff like that. Now, I think that the thought is, you know, I'm going to be on the show and I'm instantly going to be famous and I'm going to be Beyonce after. You know what I mean? That's what I was like, yes, this is going to happen. But I think what happens is with that show, one of the, I would say, downfalls maybe about it is that people come and go so quickly, right? So like they're like, even the seasons are quick and the episodes are quick, and there's just so much talent on that show that people get excited for the moment, and then there's you know, you're easily forgotten about because the next person comes along. So that being said, I was on season 10, so there's been tons of singers since then. But what it has done for me is America's Got Talent. You know, I'm in the judges' cuts, the finals. Like that's on my resume now. So it's helped me so much with being able to perform at these amazing places, and I work a lot in the United States now because of that. This is on my resume, so it's helped me long term in that sense, which is really awesome.
That is awesome. That's great. And you know, just from listening to your music, you certainly got talent. Although it should be Canada's Got Talent, maybe.
You know, there was one. We did have a Canada's Got Talent for a while, and then I think it was one season, and then it got canceled. So that's the only problem with Canada is that we have all these shows, and then they just don't quite work out. And then we also had Canadian Idol. When I was 16, I was on Canadian Idol. That also got canceled. Like I think one thing about Canada is that our entertainment biz, like the television side of things, as much as there's some great television here, like it's not comparable to the USA at all, which is why I come over there and go on the competition show. So there's pros and cons to it all.
And we're glad you did. And I know we're here to focus about your music, but there was a question I had to ask you once I started getting into you. When Jewel told me you were going to be on the show, I like to do a ton of research. Your style is awesome. The clothes you wear, the fashion. Does somebody help you pick that stuff out, or is that all you?
Okay, that is the nicest thing ever. You do not know. I can't wait. I'm going to tell everybody after this that you said that, because I am pumped now from that comment. No, I don't have any help. I just do it myself. So that's why that compliment is extra amazing. But that is, I'm not going to lie, one thing that I am always stressed about, because I do pick my own clothes and my own hair, and I like to be crazy, and I always have different color hair and hair extensions and wigs and all this stuff. But, you know, I have like a certain body type. I'm like a curvy girl that, you know, I like to strut my stuff and I like to dance on stage. So you have to know how to dress, and you have to you have to dress for your body type. So that is the ultimate compliment, and I'm going to be happy forever now. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, you dress amazingly well, and your makeup is flawless, by the way. Do you do your own makeup?
I do my own makeup, and that is because you know where I actually started learning when I was a teenager. I worked. Okay, so you guys have Walgreens. We have Shoppers Drug Mart. So in Canada, like Walgreens and Shoppers Drug Mart are like the exact same thing. But I was like at the cosmetician table or whatever, like the little section in the pharmacy, and they hired me as this cosmetician, and I knew nothing about makeup. So I literally had to quickly teach myself how to do it, so that I didn't look like an idiot when people were asking me questions about it. So that's also a very nice compliment, because I had to teach myself that from a young age. And you know that, I'm not going to lie, it is very helpful having some knowledge in that, because then, you know, it's like when you're making music videos and stuff like that, I save a lot of money because I can do my own hair, I can do my own makeup, stuff like that. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
I mean, you don't even need a glam squad. You're your own glam squad. That's
your glam squad.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh, now I want to write a song like I'm my own glam squad.
I like
You
it.
should. I'm not Adele.
I'll give you the writing
Glam
credit.
Squad.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just say just throw our names in there somewhere. We'd love that.
That's
so
amazing.
I have to say, Stacey, when people first go on your Facebook page, especially, like, I'm sure a lot of people get angry because your pinned post up there is a quote about you, and it says, "If only if you had the body of Ariana Grande, you'd be famous by now." Like, that has to make people super, super angry and furious. And you know, and you go on to say, I didn't listen to the negative feedback. Like,
Right.
I mean,
that
who is
was
D-bag?
Well,
And
this is the thing of why. Oh, sorry, I'll let you finish your question. Sorry, the delay thing is happening. Finish your question, then I'll tell you.
oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking pretty slow too. I just hope you always have that in the back of your mind and just like crush those barriers because you're beautiful and it shows and through your music and everything. And I mean, I think a lot of girls have had that said to them, and just to put it out there is an important message. So I just want to know why you put it out there and, you know, your message to your fans and girls all over.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, and so here's the thing. That sentence sounds shocking, but it was said to me by someone. But the thing is, they were saying it in an innocent way, and that right. Actually at first is why it bothered me, because they weren't trying to be mean. They said to me, "Oh, like, you know, you're so talented. If only you had the body of Ariana Grande, you might be famous by now." And I remember at the time, it actually bothered me so much because I was like, this person actually might be right. And here's the thing. I'm not saying I don't think I'm beautiful and I don't have a great body and all that stuff, but in the world that we live in, that actually might be correct, right? So here's the thing. I could have taken that and been like, oh my gosh, I have to quit. Like, you know what I mean? Instead, what I did is I went, no. Okay, you know what? I don't care if you're right or you're wrong. I'm going to take this comment and I'm going to try to make a change with that. And I'm going to try to change people's mentality. And that is why I actually wrote the song New Type, because I was talking to my co-writer on that song, and I was like, the world and record labels, they need to like accept a new type of person, like a new look. And the thing is, I sing at shows and I perform in front of like thousands of people. And when you look in the audience, everybody has a different shape and size. Everybody looks different. Height, weight, you know, everything, right? Style. So what we've been trained to like to be attracted to a certain type or think that we have to look like a certain type. But if you just look around at people walking down the street, everybody looks different. So that I actually, you know, years and years ago, if someone said that to me, it would bother me very much. Now I embrace it and I take it and go, yeah, you know what, that's what you think, but guess what, that's not how it has to be. And so I think that's how I've lived my career in the last couple of years, actually. And it's actually worked for me instead, because I can talk to people like a normal person and go, yeah, I do have, you know, one thing that someone else said to me too was, it was like a record label that was like teaching me how to be famous kind of thing. And they said to me, you know how some girls have that like space in between their legs and it looks really nice in like a pair of shorts? You should get one of those. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll work on that space in between my legs. And I remember going home that day being like, oh my God, how am I going to get this space? And then I thought, wait, that's not how my body is ever going to be. So like, what is the space in between my legs? How is that changing my performance on stage? And one thing that I always say is I've never been a fan of the saying, it's on the inside that counts, because as much as it's true, the inside is a beautiful thing, I think that implies that the outside, that means it's not beautiful too. And I think what I'd like to do is change people's mentality. Like, you know, you can have extra fat on your body and still be good looking and still be attractive. Like my boyfriend thinks I'm hot, right? So that's the thing. I think that's the after that person said that to me, I was like, yes, like this is the message I want to get across. Okay, I went on a rant. I'm done now.
No, it's just so important. It's for especially young girls who are growing up, and you know that's pretty much all we see. But I feel like in recent years, there's a lot of, you know, fuller-figured women who are out there doing it and proud, and they look great. Some of them look better thicker than they do like skin and bones, like Rihanna doing the little extra pound. You know what I mean? Like it's just it is what a woman's body looks like, and you look phenomenal. You never have to be ashamed of how you look. But it's just great that you
Thank
put
you
that
so
message out
much.
there.
And then, you know what else is something I realized along the way as well, is that people who are thin, they are just as insecure as people who are not thin. Like there's a lot
Yes.
of girls and boys that I've met along the way that everybody has insecurities in their head about their body. And I remember, you want to actually know something very interesting. I also do motivational speaking at like high schools and universities and colleges and elementary schools. And I remember in the beginning, I made a really big mistake. I did this thing where I was like talking about body image, and I said, this is what a woman looks like. And everybody started cheering for me because I was like referencing my body, and everyone was cheering, whatever. And then a little girl came up to me after. She was probably in like the 8th grade. She said, oh, I feel so bad about myself now. She was so small. She was this tiny little girl. She said, I wish I looked like you. And I was like, oh, she changed everything that day, because I was like, wait a second. I can't say this is what a woman is supposed to look like, because that my body isn't better than somebody else's. You know what I mean? So I said to her, no, that's not what I meant. Like everybody looks good if you have that mentality about it, right? And then I realized after that day, like I have to change the way that I speak too, because just because you know, you're small and tiny doesn't mean that you're also not insecure and you know, like thinking negative thoughts about yourself too. So that's the mentality. It's like, it doesn't matter what you look like. Don't try to look like something else. It's like, that's how you were born. You should see, like, my sister, my mom, my aunts, we all have the same body type, and we all work out and we all eat healthy, but we're all just, I like how you said it, like a little sick, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting.
No, because I mean, just from personal experience, like I was always thick, and my best friend growing up was always super thin, and we got a little older. We were like, you know, in our early 20s or something. And she's like, I always wanted to look like you. I always wanted your body. I'm like, are you kidding me? I always wanted your body. So it's like you always want what you can't have, and you just
I
like
know,
you
right?
said,
I know, it's so true.
You just have to be confident, like you said. So I'm that's amazing that you go to schools and teach little girls that, because they really need it.
Oh my gosh! Well, thank you so much. You guys are such good pumper-uppers. Oh my gosh!
Oh, thank you. Well, we shoot it straight here. We shoot it exactly how we feel, and we're totally honest about it. I mean, your boyfriend might be listening, my wife might be listening, but hell, Stacey K is hot. You are hot.
Yeah.
Say it right here on the, yeah.
Thank you. That's so awesome.
I got to pack my bags and move out, but I think you're hot.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you.
And your boyfriend is in the band still, right? He's the bassist?
Yeah, he's the bass player. So it's always so fun because I get, you know, one thing that's amazing about my boyfriend is he's like really great at like dancing on stage, and he's not one of those bass players that just stands there. And so I always make him do the first song we did together was all about that bass, because I thought that was hilarious, because, you know, it talks about being like a curvy girl, but then he's also playing the bass. So I love that. So ever since then, we always like dance together on stage, and it's so fun having him in the band.
Oh,
very cool. So we also noticed that you've been doing stuff with CeeLo Green. That's got to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Tell us about that, and how did you get together with him, and tell us what that was like for you.
Okay, so this is a recent thing that happened to me. This was just a couple weeks ago. This was the craziest. Like, I'm so excited to talk about this. I actually haven't spoken really to anybody about this yet.
Ooh! Oh wow! All right.
Yeah, like this was the craziest day. So I sometimes sing at events for charities, and there are corporate events that are big businesses or charities or whatever that come together. And I've been doing this thing with it's called Gateway for Cancer Research, and it's this amazing company, and they're changing the world, and like it's whatever. It's amazing. So they always have like really great performers. Like they like to like entertain the people that donate and stuff like that. So I get hired to sing the song "This Is Me" from The Greatest Showman. Have you guys seen that movie?
The beginning and when I fell asleep.
Yeah,
I heard it's amazing. I have not.
You should watch it. It's like the one like Hugh Jackman is in it, and Zac Efron, and like it's this new like fad, like this movie musical it's actually amazing. So there's this one girl in it. She's this like belter, sassy, whatever girl. And so I actually have to sing this song. Since the movie came out, I've been hired to sing this song a lot, so which is awesome.
Wow.
So I get hired to sing this because it's a really like inspirational song. And the person organizing said, okay, so you're going to sing This Is Me and then CeeLo. And I said, oh, you want me to sing a CeeLo Green song? And they're just like, no, like it's you and CeeLo Green. It's you two are the only two performers. So I was like, wait, this is the day I'm singing too. So I had no idea this was happening.
Oh, wow.
The organizer they just forgot to tell me this like large piece of information because they're so used to it, right? So so this is in Arizona at this beautiful event, and there's all these fancy, awesome, nice people there, like ready to donate. They're all just like the nicest people in the world. And then it's literally just me and CeeLo Green are the entertainers that night. And what nobody knew, and what CeeLo Green didn't even know, is that all my life he's been like one of my idols. Like, so this was not just a casual like day for me. Like when people interview me and say like, you know, who are your inspirations, like whatever, like he is somebody that I lift. So the fact that we were both just in the room together doing a sound check together, whatever. So I confessed him, because this is the thing. I tried to act cool at first. And then I was like, no, I can't. I have to just be true. I can't. I have to be truthful and tell him that I'm not,
Sure.
I'm not so cool. So I tell him, I'm like, listen, I've been singing Forget You forever. Like I said to him, I bet you I know the song better than you do. And then he started laughing, and he said, well, how about you sing it with me tonight? And I almost passed out when he said that. So fast forward to the show now, and him and I got to sing that song together. And it was literally like, this all happened within 24 hours. I didn't know this was going to happen. And now I have this like video of me and CeeLo Green singing together. And it's just like, it was the coolest day ever, because I've never tried so hard in my life, but I was also freaking out at the same time. It was really cool.
You would never know that. Like, watching the video, you would have thought you rehearsed that, like, over and over. Like, even your inflections.
Nope.
Are you like, like, everything was so spot on. Like, you could tell you were a little excited, but, man, you just killed it again. And that's such a cool story.
Oh my gosh. And I didn't even know, like, we had sound check together, and he casually mentioned that, and I thought like, oh, this is not actually going to happen, because I perform and then he performs. He's not going to have me come back up. And then during, like, as you saw in that video, he fully calls me up on stage, and they're getting me a microphone, and like, so it was very off the cuff. Like, I did not know he was going to call me up, and I just, like we didn't practice ever together. It was just like it was the coolest thing ever. I'm not going to lie. It was the craziest day.
That's so awesome. Maybe you guys will do a song in the future. Did you talk to him afterwards? Like, hey, what's up?
I did actually, yes. And this event is happening one more time. Unfortunately, it's not open to the public, but this event is happening one more time in February. So I'll see him again, and I'll get to be like, hey, CeeLo, remember me? So hopefully he's my friend now, and we can plan a song together.
Your voices together. I mean, he's phenomenal. Like, he's just got a great. I don't even know what to call it, but yeah, just powerhouse.
Yeah, just like the tone of his voice, like just the way that it's like so simple, and he's also like really happy and nice and friendly, like exactly like how you see on TV and stuff. So he's like, yeah, he was just like really, and I think that he knew that would mean a lot to me too, because he knew what I had told him earlier, and so I think he called me up honestly for me as well. You know what I mean? Which makes me like him even more. So that was really an amazing experience.
That's so awesome.
That is awesome. Another great one I happened to notice in looking through, a picture with Jeff Goldblum. How awesome was that?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. That experience, oh my gosh, you guys are like bringing up like my favorite experiences ever. So that one had nothing to do with me singing. I was in Los Angeles. I was doing like a songwriting session with some people in Los Angeles, and my friend who lived there said, oh, I have to give you the LA experience because you've never been here before. So she took me. So Jeff Goldblum has a show in LA where he sings jazz music, which I did not know.
Oh, wow.
He did. Like, I did not know he had a show. Yeah. So it's just like him with a piano in this room of people listening to him sing jazz. And then my friend who has no fears in the world, she went up to him and said, you have to take a picture with Stacey. And she did. Like, you know when you meet a famous person, like, I don't know if you've ever met someone famous, but sometimes they are different in real life. They don't talk the same. Like,
Right.
This is not the character that you see on TV. Jeff Goldblum was exactly the character that you see on TV. Like he was like his voice and his mannerisms, and he's like, I'd love to take a picture with you, and he's like doing his like Jeff Goldblum
That's
voice.
Good.
And I was like, oh, I was laughing as it was happening because I'm like I'm literally meeting the character like in Jurassic Park right now. Like
that's hilarious.
So funny. Yeah,
it's hilarious you say that because
that
we
was
had
a random meeting.
Well, we had on Hal Sparks, and he actually took Jeff Goldblum's acting class, and he's like, this class, like I just stumbled upon it in New York, or maybe it was L.A. I'm not sure, one of them. But he's like, it was like Jeff Goldblum teaching Jeff Goldblum scenes, like as he would talk. So that's so funny you say that.
That is so funny. You want to know something that I noticed about you guys that I'm obsessed with? To me, you both have a very thick accent. Like so you say like class, and like I love like how you talk like that. Like I love it so much. I'm obsessed with accents, and I think that you guys have like one of the coolest accents. I love it.
Oh, geez.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We don't think so.
Yeah, we're very nasally, I realized. I try to, like, when we first got this at this show, I'm like, oh, should I, like, change the way I talk? And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. We're Philly. We're going to be loud and proud.
Yeah. And you sound to me like all the people that I see in the movies, right? Because like we're over here in Canada watching all you people from the U.S. like with your cool accents in the movies. So now I'm talking to you and I'm like, yes, I can hear it. Like you sound like a famous person.
Oh,
that's awesome.
All right.
Yes.
I'm from Stacey K. That is a compliment. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So funny.
Yeah, I'm a little taken back there.
All right, getting back to it. Tell us about the new album, 11 O'Clock Number.
Yes, I'm very excited about this album because for the longest time I was told, when people were trying to figure out what to do with me, for the longest time I was told, like, you know, don't rap, stop trying to sing these weird songs. Like you look like Adele, so sing like Adele. So I was guided for the longest time to write these ballads, like these slow songs. And I tried for the longest time, but then I was like, but I love rap, and I love at a party when you just want to dance, and then that song comes on that you just want to dance to. And so what I decided to do with this album was just do whatever I wanted, and I made all the decisions, and I didn't worry for a second, you know, is this going to play on the radio? I don't care. Is this person going to like it? I don't care. Like this is for whoever wants to like it and whoever wants to have fun with me and figure out who my personality is. Like, just put on the record. Like, you know what I mean? So it half of it is like a selfish album because I'm like, no, I just for once in my life want to make music that someone else isn't trying to tell me how to make it, and that happens so much in the music industry. I saw an interview with Kelly Clarkson. And she just got out of her contract with American Idol. Have you guys heard about this?
No. Jeff, did you?
No, she's fine. Oh, wow. No, I'm a huge Kelly Clarkson fan, and I did not hear that yet.
Yeah, so Kelly Clarkson just got it. I actually found this interesting because even on a scale like with like an A-list celebrity like that, it happened. So she just got out of her contract with American Idol, and she said for the first time, her most recent album is for the first time in the last 10 years, what she wanted to make, that when she was within this contract, she'd be crying like every week, just saying like, guys, I know that this song would be better, and they just would say no, you're going to release what we want you to release. So it even happens on that level, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm so proud of this album, because I put on the songs that I love and that I wrote and that I created with all these amazing, fun people. My boyfriend, on that song 3, 2, 1, Go, my boyfriend's the one that's playing trombone in the middle of it. I made it like, my boyfriend's gonna play on it. Yeah, my best friend's gonna talk at the beginning of the whole album, and he's the guy that does like the it's like this intro to my album. I wanted to make it like a Beyonce intro, and I had my best friend do it, and like I just made it kind of like a family affair. And just put my heart and soul into it. So I'm very excited about it. And I have a new music video for the song New Type that I'm releasing next week. And then I have music videos that I've already filmed and are being ready to be released. So I'm so excited.
Wow, that's awesome. We can't wait to see it.
Thank you
that is
so
awesome.
much.
I didn't get to say it earlier, but and I know we're talking about the new album, but I mean, your covers are just so good. I mean, that's what really, that's how I found you, to be honest. I looked up the Sia, and you did Genius with, and is that your full band who does the Genius cover?
You know what? Actually, that specific one, they're a part. So my boyfriend is playing bass in that, and my best friend, who's always my backup singer, is the amazing male singer in that song. But the other guys, every cover I actually try to have different people in it because I find that fun too. And that is actually the ultimate compliment as well, because as much as I love making my own music, I also love singing cover songs. I find that so fun. And I love to do my own take on the songs. Like I really love doing that. And I love making YouTube videos. So I'm glad that you liked that. Thank you. That was a really fun one to do.
Oh my God! And they're all amazing. I mean, who's the man that does the first part?
His name is Tafari Anthony. He's like the darker skinned guy in the video.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, his name is Tafari. Wow. He sings with me all the time. He sings backups for me, but he also has his own career as well. Actually, you should look. You would love his music as well. It's Tafari, so Tafari Anthony, and he sang that part in that Sia song. Amazing. I was obsessed with how he sang that.
Yeah, like, I mean, spot on. And then you come in, and your voice is just more overpowering than Sia's, which is hard to do, but it sounds
Oh my
phenomenal.
gosh, that's so nice.
Yeah, I love Sia. We did our top 5 earlier, and I'm so happy to see her in person. And I love her because she brought us you, and like me, you to me. I said that.
That is amazing. What an epic statement you just said. Like that is the nicest, coolest thing that anyone has said. Like,
Thank you. Like, we have to see you live. I have to see you live. I mean, me and Jeff are going to get into your tour dates later, but man, you have one in Maryland, and we're going to try our best to get there because I just have to see you sing in person.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. And it's so funny because I actually had spent last week like 48 hours in Philly, but it was at the airport on the floor because they canceled my flight. So
our airport sucks. Sorry.
It was totally fine. It was fine because it was the day after I sang with CeeLo Green, so I literally was like laying on the floor sleeping, smiling. Like I didn't even care at all.
That's awesome. So you said your friend gave you the LA experience. We will give you the Philly experience.
Yes.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I will hold you up for that for sure.
Yep.
Just learn to be rude and yep. See the Rocky Steps, be rude, and perfect.
That's amazing. Perfect. I'll start practicing.
So where can we see it? Tell us about some of the dates you got coming up. Where can people check out Stacey K in the near future?
Well, it's actually it's so weird for me because I do a lot of performances, unfortunately, that sometimes people can't come to, like the public can't come to, and especially you guys are in the United States, so sometimes I'll have shows all the way in Canada and vice versa. But I also do musical theater, so I'm also an actor and singer, dancer, and that kind of stuff as well. So the next thing that I'm doing is I'm actually performing in Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Have you ever heard of that musical or that movie before?
Yes.
It's like it's like an Australian musical, like an Australian movie. So I get to sing like the best songs in the show. I get to sing like I Will Survive and like It's Raining Men and like stuff like that. So for the next little while, I'm actually going to be touring that show. But then with my band, I go various dates throughout the U.S. and I do like a university college tour as well there. So I will make sure to because a whole new slew of dates just came in with my manager and my agents and stuff. So I'm if people want to check out my website, which is StaceyKmusic.com. That's Stacey with an EY, KAY music.com. There'll be a list of stuff on there that will be updated actually this week. And then there's where you can see like music videos and stuff like that. And I find, the thing I'm actually most active on now, I would say, is maybe Instagram, because I think Instagram has kind of taken over with all the social media stuff. So if anyone wants to follow me on that, it's Stacey K Music as well. And one thing that I love to do is sing, but I also love doing like funny like sketch comedy and stuff with my boyfriend, and like I always make him do skits and stuff with me. So you can dive into the world of Stacey if you follow me on Instagram.
Oh, I watched you two together,
Excellent.
and you guys are hilarious. Like I was listening out.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Thank you.
Yeah, you have to add Penn
I,
to your list though, because that's my alma mater, and we could definitely get there.
You know what? It just cut out for 2 seconds, and I want to know so bad what you just said at the end there.
Oh no, you said you were doing like a college tour of sorts, and you should add Penn State.
Oh yes, I have performed there before. I have performed like various times. I know we met each other too late, but it's okay because I for sure will go back there because I have performed at Penn State in Philadelphia like I think 3 times before in the last like 4 years. So I know we just happened to meet after I already did it, and I'm so sorry, but that just means I have to come back and perform for you guys. So it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, we're gonna do the cheesesteak and the soft pretzels and the passionate fans of Philly, and we're gonna give you the whole experience. It's gonna be great.
That sounds amazing. I cannot wait.
Oh.
And we can't wait either. And I got to tell you, we could probably go on for hours. We only have a 2-hour time slot, unfortunately, because I could probably sit here till like 4 or 5 in the morning just talk up the storm. You've been phenomenal. As always, Jewel does a lot of work in getting talent on the show, and then she gives me the names, and I start doing research, and I was hooked right away. I said, this girl is spunky, she's beautiful, she's lively, her music's great. I started following her on Instagram, and I'm a huge fan, and we would love, if possible, to have you back on the show. How about it?
Oh, I would love to anytime. I love talking to like funny, crazy people, and I feel like in real life, if this like, you know what I'm saying? That is you guys. You know, you guys are like that. So I feel like in real life, when I say real life, it's like not on this radio show. I feel like we would be the best of friends. So we have to. I have to come back on, and maybe next time I can actually do it like not from Canada. I would love to do it sitting in person, but I feel like that might get too crazy. We might be laughing too hard.
That's okay. We love that.
I was going to say the same thing. We're just instant BFFs. I can't thank you enough for coming on. I'm truly a huge fan, and I'm sorry if I geeked out a little bit, but
I love
are
it.
phenomenal. Your music is great. I wish you nothing but the best of success in your life and in your professional career, and I cannot wait to see you perform live because you're going to blow us all away.
Oh, my gosh. Well, thank you so much for having me on. I will talk to you guys soon. And for anybody listening, thank you so much for listening to our crazy stories. And I could go on forever, but I love it. So I hope everybody feels, confident after listening to this. Go love your body. Look at yourself. You probably look great today. So
yeah.
I'm feeling pumped after this. So thank you guys so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
The only thing we're going to ask in exchange for the Philly experience when you come to town, I'm a karaoke junkie. I would love to get on stage with you and crank out a song.
Oh, come on.
Oh, what's your karaoke go-to? Do you have a karaoke go-to song?
Jeff, you have to tell her.
I'm a Love Shack guy. You know the song Love Shack? So I need a good female partner. So that is like, yeah. It's perfect.
That is, I am ready to go 10 room. Like, I can't wait. Like that.
I love
doing the girl. Oh, my gosh. Perfect. Okay, it's a date. We're doing it.
Encounter, doing karaoke. So, yeah, we're karaoke junkies.
That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh, I love it.
That's how we do business meetings. That's how we do business meetings here on our show. I met Jewel for the first time. Talked about being on the show. We had a ton of beers. We sang karaoke, and the rest is history.
That's amazing. That sounds like the best job ever. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
It's pretty. We're very lucky, and people like you make it that much better. Stacey K, our special guest. Again, www.stacey, Stacey, StaceyKmusic.com. Check it out and find your brand new favorite go-to artist because she is outstanding. Stacey, thank you so much, and have yourself a great evening.
Thank you. You guys too. Talk to you later.
All right.
You got it.
Talk to you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jewel, everything we had hoped for and more. She's phenomenal. That was a great time. Really a great time. Stacey.
I totally
she's got a yeah, you did. And I started geeking out. She's got a great voice too. She's got a kind of a sexy voice, and she's a great singer and a great